which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bryant? Here. Calderon? Here. Murphy? Here. Phipps? Here. Redeker? Here. Straley? Saunders? Here. Section 3.1, approval of the agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Murphy?
Yes.
Phipps?
Yes.
Redeker? Bryant?
Yes.
Calderon?
Yes.
Saunders? Yes. Section 4, communications. 4.1, we are recognizing our GHS and GMS track and field state qualifiers.
I'm going to talk about them for just a second. It is really exciting to see so many people here for Glenwood Track and Field. Last weekend we had a banner day for Glenwood, running, jumping, throwing, hurdling, all the things that happen on a track, and not on a track. We took a 4th place out of the 3A, which is the largest of all classifications in the state of Illinois. We had 3 different ladies that took home state championships, and for you math people, that is 1/6 of all state championships that took place on that day. Glenwood High School brought it. Caitlin Lanen won the 100 and the 400. Reese Wolf won the pole vault. Natalie Alexander took 8th in the 300 hurdles. We had a group of ladies that broke the school record on Friday in the 4x8, and we had a same group of ladies, similar group of ladies, break the school record in the 4x4. Though they missed out on finals, it is pretty amazing that we went to Charleston and did what we did. Just a quick note, and I had to write these down because there are so many of them. School records this year between indoor and outdoor. Indoor, we broke the 1,600 meter record, the 4x2, we broke the 4x4 4 times, the 4x8 twice, the pole vault indoor record. Outdoor, we broke the 1, the 2, the 4, the 4x4 4 times, the 4x8, and the pole vault. All this year. I know we got a lot to get to tonight, and I don't want to take too much more time. But the ladies you see standing in front of you, and even the ones who did not show up tonight or could not make it tonight, are some of the most high-performing athletes, not just at the school, not just in the area, but in the state. And we're hoping to continue that process moving forward. We're getting a new track this summer, which is extremely exciting, but it would also aid us in the process, and I plan on coming back and talking a little bit more later about potentially doing some sort of an indoor field house track facility to be able to make these ladies and gentlemen that we're hopefully going to be going to this weekend be able to continue to perform highly, continue to break school records, to be standouts in the state of Illinois, and we're going to keep working for that. So, congratulations, ladies. You did some great work.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming out to see these great kids get recognized. It's an honor to recognize you guys, girls. Thank you for a great season. I'll start with the individual girls. Allison Broadus, 8th grade 800 and 1600 meter, and she placed 8th in the 800 meter. Madison Hackett, 7th grade discus, qualified in 7th grade discus. Lillian Prin, she qualified as a 7th grader in the 800 meter and 1600 meter and got 4th in the 800. And oh, I'm sorry, if I say your name, they don't know who you are, kind of just give a wave or something. Sri Srinivasan, 7th grade pole vault. The 8th grade 4x1 that qualified was Gianna Mitrione, Noel Nest, Lila Badman, Justice Moore, and Renaya Veal and Katie Phelps. The 8th grade 4x2 relay that qualified was Audrey Brown, Grace Atkinson, Allison Broadus, Demi Matthew, and Mia Thomas. The 7th grade 4x4 relay that qualified, Lillian Prin, Greta Gummerman, Tess Mather, Emery Olson, and Maisie Moss. The 8th grade 4x4 relay that qualified is Grace Atkinson, Demi Matthew, Allison Broadus, Mia Thomas, Kiara Gorey, and Grayson Moss. Girls, great job. Good. Everybody ready? We're good. We're going to send it. All right, we're good. Congratulations. All right, boys, if I call your name, when I call your name, kind of give a wave or step forward so they know who you are. These are the boys that qualified for state. We'll start with the individuals. Ari Anderson qualified in the 400 and 800. Gage Atkinson qualified in 8th grade 1600 meter. Jax Barton qualified in the 800 and 1600 meter and finished 5th in the 800 and 6th in the 1600. Jake Kester, 7th grade pole vault, finished 5th. Jake Ray, 8th grade pole vault, finished 2nd. Hudson Schneider, 8th grade 800 meter, finished 7th. Ben Try, 8th grade pole vault, finished 5th. Ollie Berensky, 7th grade disc, finished 4th. Jackson Wicks qualified in the high jump, and we did break a record from 1992. He jumped 6'1½, which is pretty remarkable. Clayton Zettler, 8th grade boy, got 8th in the 400 meter. And the 7th grade relays. 7th grade 4x1 that qualified, Sean Walker Knight, Cole Patterson, Brody Doan, Noah Lichtenberger, and Cooper Lewis. 8th grade 4x1 meter relay that qualified, Austin Keck, Malik Banks, Luke DeWeese, Alexander Jones, and Aiden Beach. The 7th grade 4x200 meter relay that qualified, Jax Barton, Aaron Link, Reagan Atten, Kate Woodrum, Gino DiDonato, and Case Burke. And these kids got 3rd in state, 4x2. 8th grade 4x2 qualified, Jackson Wicks, Braden Owen, Ari Anderson, Clayton Zeller, and Ethan Davis. 7th grade 4x400 meter relay that qualified: Jax Martin, Aaron Link, Cooper Lewis, Brody Doan, and Cole Patterson, and they got 8th in state. The 8th grade 4x4 relay that qualified is Ari Anderson, Clayton Zettler, Hudson Schneider, Austin Keck, and Liam Damahaski. Boys, thanks for a great day.
I feel like I'm making it through this one. Pick it up. Pick it up. You got it. You got it, Cam. Not a whole lot of cold air. Okay, better than. All right, we're set.
Agenda topic. Just a reminder that you'll be given 5 minutes to talk. This will last about 30 minutes, and please don't mention the names of any schools. Several of you signed up about agenda topics.
So I'm going to preface this with, I'm pretty sure this is on the closed agenda, so I don't know if that counts. Does that count?
Count as well.
Allowing me to speak right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Yes, okay, thank you, okay. Superintendent Lamont, President Saunders, members of the board, my name is Emily Miller, and I'm a resident of Chatham and the mother of 3 children who currently attend school in the district. I am here tonight to show my unequivocal support for the teachers of this school district, so many of whom have had a direct impact on the lives of my children. I am the child of a lifelong educator and come from a long line of educators. My mother taught middle and high school for 30 years. I have 4 aunts. Every single one of them taught school. Every day of my childhood, I saw firsthand what it means to be a teacher. Year after year, class after class, child after child, teachers put every ounce of their beings into ensuring children learn to the best of their ability and grow intellectually, physically, mentally, and emotionally. They take on the full responsibility of the young minds that encompass the walls of their classrooms for hours every day, and we as parents trust them to do it. Teachers are driven in a way that few other professions are. They go into their chosen profession knowing what a grand responsibility they are signing up for. And quite frankly, in the world we live in today, the grandness of that responsibility is so much more. Teachers today are not only expected to teach, they are also expected to protect at all costs. How can we, as parents, communities, community members, leaders, and the collective whole of society justify not paying our teachers a fair wage for all that they do? We don't balk at fair wages and benefits for other important professions, but for some reason, when it comes to teachers, there always seems to be hesitation. Of all the teachers I've ever known, none has gone into the profession expecting to become wealthy. They don't push for exorbitant raises or unworthy benefits. They shouldn't have to. That's our responsibility. We expect everything from them, but don't give them enough in return. Over the last 8 years, my family has had the privilege of living in this community and sending our children to Ball-Chatham schools. In that time, we have encountered some of the most special individuals within our school who have gone above and beyond any duty to educate and care for our children. In 2nd grade, my son's teacher called me at the beginning of the school year to let me know she could sense his anxiousness about the start of the new year. She just wanted to tell me that he was doing well adjusting and that she knew he would be rocking the school year in no time, which he absolutely did. In kindergarten, the entire first month of school for my daughter was rough. And I mean sobbing and struggling to get out of the car at drop-off each morning, kind of rough. Her teacher knew how hard the start of each day was for her and for me, and did everything in her power to welcome my girl and all of the other children in the class into her classroom with warmth, compassion, kindness, and understanding every single day. While that kindergarten year taught my daughter the essentials of education, it also showed her what kindness and compassion can do for a person. Fast forward a year, and that rough start to the school year presented itself again times 20. On the 2nd day of school this year, my family was treated with the kind of compassion and understanding from not only my daughter's incredible 1st grade teacher, but from many fellow teachers and administrators in the school after my child experienced a severe panic attack. Her teacher looked at me that morning and told me I got her, and I absolutely believed that she did. Watching my child grow in her classroom this year, academically and emotionally, has been nothing short of amazing and is something I will be forever grateful for. When the school counselor left a few years ago to return to private practice, she wrote my son a heartfelt letter letting him know she was leaving, as he had spent many a day in her office that year while dealing with some hard situations. This year, after struggling for several years, both academically and emotionally, my other daughter thrived in 3rd grade, and I have zero doubt in my mind that she did just that because of her teacher, who put just as much emphasis on her mental and emotional well-being as she did on her academic well-being. She made my daughter feel safe and accepted no matter what, and in return, her academic work skyrocketed. As a matter of fact, she grew 2 whole grades in her diagnostic testing from the beginning of the school year to the end of the year because of the work she and her teacher did together throughout the year. My son started off 6th grade this year with his first taste of honors classes and our first taste as parents. Having no idea what to expect and following a few beginning of the year trials and tribulations with homework, we scheduled a meeting with his teacher, who happily walked us through how to help him be successful while helping to also teach him independence and learning. She even gave us a textbook to let us use for reference when helping him with his homework since, well, you know, it's been a few years since my husband and I did 6th grade. Truly, these are just a brief sampling of the impact so many Ball-Chatham teachers and staff have had on our children over the last 7 years. But those instances only begin to tell the full story of their impact.
Okay.
Teachers, I'm almost done, I promise.
You were at time.
Okay.
And also, this is not an agenda topic.
Oh, I thought-
and this
oh, that's-
section is for
okay.
agenda topics.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
you are at time. Thank
Well,
you
I
so
will
much.
submit the rest of it, but I thank you for your time, I appreciate it.
Hello again. I'm not going to take too much time. There are some people that you will hear from on behalf of the
he has been through so much in his life already that no one should ever have to go through. But the fact that he's still here really speaks on his character. Furthermore, I hope you guys understand that 16-year-olds make mistakes. Just like anyone in this room has. And it is your decision to decide if you want to be the school district that takes tools away or help them even when they have made mistakes. Thank you.
My name is Jacob Aaron Ruth Jr., and I'm speaking on behalf of the individual we're talking about today. I would like to start by saying that he is just a 16-year-old boy. He's just a 16-year-old teenager, and I know some people in the room right now, they are currently teenagers, and some of the teenagers in the past. But everyone in this room at some point in time has been a teenager. Everyone in this room at some point in time has made some stupid mistake during their teenage years that they wish they could take back, and they wish they could do over. I believe that this is one of those situations for the individual we're talking about today. I do not think his entire life should be upended because of one mistake he made in his formative years when his brain isn't even fully developed yet. I do not think that he will have problems in the future with stuff like this. I simply do not think that never letting him attend the Glenwood School again should be as big as a punishment that you guys think is fair for him. I truly believe that it's just a mistake, and I do not think that he should be punished so severely for this. Once again, he is just a 16-year-old boy who made one stupid mistake. It should not be that serious.
I'm Dr. Brian Taylor. I'm advocating for the gentleman that is under punishment. I think this is the best school district to help resolve and help this person grow. I think that it should be addition rather than subtraction, and I think that he won't disappoint you. So please take into consideration this child. Thank you.
Anyone else? All right. Section 5, items from closed session. 5.1, can I get a motion to, well, first, does anyone have any amendments to make to the closed session minutes from April 24th? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve the minutes as presented?
Phipps? Rediger?
Yes.
Bryant?
Yes.
Calderon?
Yes.
Murphy?
Yes.
Saunders?
Yes. Section 5.2, student discipline from closed session. Can I get a vote to uphold the discipline as modified during closed session for violation of the law and BCSD policies?
Rediger?
Yes.
Bryant?
Yes.
Calderon?
Yes.
Murphy? Waldron,
Yes.
Murphy,
Yes.
Phipps,
Yes.
Rediger, Bryant,
Yes.
Saunders.
Yes. Section 8.2, approval of the IDSA membership. Can I get a motion to approve the annual renewal of the IDSA membership as presented for GMS and GIS athletics?
Second.
Phipps,
Yes.
Rediger, Bryant,
Yes.
Murphy,
Yes.
Waldron,
Yes.
Saunders.
Yes. Section 8.3 is student handbooks.
Everybody, on behalf of all the assistant principals for our Ball-Chatham schools and our schools, we'd like to move forward and propose our 24-25 school handbooks. And a district handbook for approval. In our spring meetings, we realized that there were several discrepancies in our student handbooks across buildings. And those were called into question by some parents in some situations. So therefore, we decided it'd be best to have a district handbook for information that applies to all of our schools. We've reformatted, besides creating that, we reformatted all of our individual school handbooks with hyperlinks to the table of contents so that it'd be easy for students, parents, and staff to find information. So we hope this process will make the information in our handbooks more accessible and transparent for all stakeholders.
Anyone have any questions?
Are you the spokesperson for all the handbook changes or just the district mandated handbook? Are we?
We've got them all here.
Oh,
There's
okay, so
specific ones.
are there other, besides the formatting changes, which is what you just described, are there other, so in past years, we get like a summary of the, changes of the handbook changes, and we didn't, get that this time, at least not that I found, unless I missed it, so I just would be interested in, any highlights of handbook changes.
I can highlight a few for the high school.
Yep.
We added the banning of students wearing Heelys, which are roller skating through there. We took out a $25 fine for disconnection for the parking lot. We added language for tutoring, and we updated, and a big one for our students is we added using AI for academic dishonesty. We clarified some unexcused absences, and we updated to, anytime we had parents in there, we updated to the parent report. Does anybody else have any major?
I can speak for the district handbook. The only changes that were made were some minor language changes that we noticed when we were combining from model handbook, that we had some wording was old and dated, so we highlighted those, but it's all matches model handbook. Transportation also had a few minor wording changes, and then food service also. Chad had put in a few, but nothing major with discipline or procedures, and they're highlighted in the copy we gave you.
The same for us as well. There are no major policy changes. There were adjustments to minor language, some language to incorporate academic dishonesty. We didn't have a section on that, and no overall major changes to policy.
Elementary handbook, we didn't change any language. It was just kind of cleaning up, making sure it had current information in it.
With the intermediate handbook, obviously, we're kind of the betweener school, obviously between middle school and high school, and obviously the elementary. Just trying to make sure, again, with the language, make sure it's aligned, and making sure, things make sense as far as going from elementary to intermediate and then on to the middle school. But basically just minor changes to the language, just like they were saying.
Thank you.
All right, can I get a motion to approve the student handbooks as presented?
Second.
Rediger,
Yes.
Bryant, Murphy,
Yes.
Waldron,
Yes.
Phipps,
Yes.
Saunders.
Yes. Section 8.2 is the high school English
For me, it is disheartening to hear that the board is currently unwilling to listen to the concerns and requests of the teachers. They are constantly being micromanaged, forced to attend a ridiculous amount of meetings, not given enough prep time, yet are also being asked to increase their workload by taking on more kids in their classroom. Class sizes seem to be creeping up each year, yet there doesn't seem to be any additional compensation to the teachers for this. As I expressed a few months ago, the children are getting more and more complex with behavioral issues as well as learning issues. It can be challenging, even for the most seasoned teachers, to deal with multiple kids in their classroom that are having behavioral outbursts. They are still tasked with educating all the kids, meeting all the standards, and trying to diffuse the behavioral issues. I do remember being in a board meeting where staff retention was discussed and trying to figure out how to keep staff within the district. It would seem to me that the board needs to seriously consider listening to the concerns of the teachers, which are an increase in compensation, smaller class sizes, reducing the amount of meetings in order to give them time to prep all the things that they need to for their lessons, and finding a better and more cost-friendly insurance plan. If there is an unwillingness to do so, we may end up losing great staff members, which could result in our district no longer being attractive to additional families, and the quality of education that is currently provided, which we are known for, that could be in jeopardy. Ball-Chatham School District is an amazing district that I'm proud to be a part of and might have my children attend. The teachers and staff care about these kids. They love what they do. All they are asking for is for you as a board to seriously listen to, discuss, and be fair with their requests. Thank you.
My name's Mary Meisner. I'm a teacher in the district. And last month at the board meeting, you had pulled the special education annual report. And so I kind of expected it to be presented at this board meeting. So I was just wondering if it's scheduled, if there's a particular board meeting that will be presented at. I just wanted to make sure that I would be in attendance for that report. So.
We'll, send you a.
Okay.
An update.
That'd be good. Thank you.
I also have down Aaron and Heidi, so I don't know if either of them are here.
First of all, I want to thank you for being here tonight. My name is Erin Lowry, and I am a parent of 2 children in the school district and a former Ball-Chatham employee, as I was a school social worker for 21 years. During those years, I lived and breathed Ball-Chatham. Let you guys know that. And I miss it dearly, but I'm happy where I'm at. But I'm speaking tonight in support of the Ball-Chatham teachers because they deserve it. You see, I didn't ever plan to reach out, and in fact, most of people knew that I would always say I was a lifer. Right, Jen? Right. Always was a lifer. However, things changed, and at the end of last school year, I chose to leave. I currently am in a special ed co-op that serves 19 districts across the area. I share this only to emphasize the significant difference in teachers and staff burnout seen in this district versus other districts that I currently work with. It has been a shocking realization for me to see how they operate, and that staff looks much more at ease than I see any of my former coworkers out and about. I hope you guys will take note and do what is needed to lessen the burnout rate seen and felt in Ball-Chatham School District. Each year, we continue to lose amazing staff members. District 186, along with other surrounding districts, are hitting the jackpot. That's what they're doing. While working in Ball-Chatham, the idea that everyone is replaceable was always embedded in my mind, as well as other former and current Ball-Chatham employees' minds. However, that is not accurate, as evident by the large number of vacancies that are posted currently. To clarify, there's currently 42 listed on the website, some of which have been posted for months. I'm here to tell you that the staff something is not done to remedy these concerns, the divide will continue to grow, only leading to irreversible damage to students, staff, and this community. So with that being said, I have a few questions I would like to address, and they are as follows. In all of my conversations with former Ball-Chatham employees, and mind you, I have had many, I have never once heard any of them say that they regretted their choice to leave. Why is that? Has the board conducted staff surveys to gain an understanding of concerns? If so, what improvements have been looked at or will be made to correct these issues? Have you or the previous board taken the time to hold exit interviews in order to understand what is driving the consistent and frequent loss of truly amazing staff members? In my experience and in the experience of numerous former employees, exit interviews were offered, never offered, even when the employee expressed interest and asked for one. Why is that? How are our students supposed to receive an appropriate and quality education when we have so many vital positions going unfilled? Or better yet, why do we have so many vacancies that cannot be filled? When looking at a different pay scales across the districts, it is clear that Ball-Chatham is well below the average. For example, based on the years of experience, a teacher could move to 186 and make $10,000 to $20,000 more, and the board contribute more for health insurance is remarkably greater. Why is there such a discrepancy between the pay of Ball-Chatham employees surrounding district and surrounding district employees? From experience, I can confidently say that Ball-Chatham has some of the best teachers, support staff, and administration I have ever worked with. How do you as a board truly believe that you are doing what is best for kids when valuable teachers can't afford to stay working in the district because they can make so much more somewhere else? To me, this means something. Ball-Chatham's strategic plan lists board goals. Goal 1 says that you guys are to attract and retain highly qualified staff and increase staff diversity. How do you plan to acquire this goal when there is such a discrepancy again between pay and benefits